they have realized that if they accept this, they'll have to live in an autocracy for the rest of their lives. And they are not going to settle for that. So, I'm an optimist, and I'm more optimist than ever for seeing all these young people, because their anger is our hope. But it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a long struggle. People are on the streets. They're going to be on the streets for weeks, for months, who knows how long. But we must persist, and we shall overcome. And what is the reaction of Erdogan Sanchez? What is the reaction? Just violence, more arbitrary arrests. They arrested 7 people on invented charges. They took them to Madrid. They are being hijacked in isolation cells in a prison in Madrid. They cannot communicate with their families. Their rights are being ignored. It's a total abuse of the state of law, and they fill their mouths with, "We're doing this because of the law." This is an outrage. The action of the police in Barcelona in the past days, you've seen it. You know, it's been the most vicious attack on people who were just expressing their democratic will. We have, like 40 new people arrested. Young people, very young people. Andrea, Xenia, Paula, they are 20-year-old girls in jail in Barcelona right now because they were in the demonstrations last week. We need to get them out. This is unacceptable in democratic Europe, for God's sake.
Defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people.
This is Clara Ponsati. She is fighting on behalf of Catalonia, and I'm going to let her speak to let you know what's going on with Catalonia at the moment. And she gave a really good speech earlier on at the Radical Independence Conference, which we're here at the Blue Radisson Hotel in Glasgow. So I'll let Clara speak and tell you what she's been up to and what she's got planned for the rest of today at the conference.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, I am here to speak about what's going on in Catalonia right now. A couple of weeks ago, the Supreme Court issued the sentences against the Catalan leaders that have been in prison for 2 years now, and the sentences add up to 100 years. You know, they are sentences of 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 years. So the reaction of the Catalan people upon these sentences has been of total outrage. There's been mobilizations and demonstrations in Barcelona and all over the place in Catalonia for the last 2 weeks. People are back to the independence struggle, and I'm here just to support them and to demand of all Democrats of Europe that they support us. Thank you.
Can I just ask, Clara, how are you feeling?
It's so sad, but
Can I just ask, what do you feel within yourself with the power of speaking out? Do you feel that it's wielded power for you on behalf of Catalonia? By speaking out, by
Well, I mean, I'm not a politician or a representative, but I think I have the obligation to speak out, and when I have an opportunity to speak to people and to tell them what's going on, I do. I feel very strongly about this, of course, as a victim myself.
Yeah, how are you feeling about everything? It must be really hard to see what's going on.
I interviewed Amma on a different television station a little while ago, and you were the prime subject of our conversation. And the international arrest warrant, have they put another one on you?
Not yet.
How are you feeling at St Andrews? Is it going well?
St Andrews is a very nice place. You have to be next to it. I mean, the university is very good.
I noticed they have a page on Facebook for you, the students, don't they? Do you think that's cool or what?
Especially now, because you see all this movement and all these people on the streets, and I wish I could be there.
I mean, it's been horrific, some of the violence too, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's just vicious. It's hard to understand how Spain could call itself a democracy for the last 4 decades, and just the more recent arrest of young people. I mean, the images we've seen, how they took them from the streets, pulling them by the hair, hitting them. They are, it was vicious, really, and the fact that they are being held on preventive. It's just
But the Spanish state's a bit like the United Kingdom state, isn't it? Because it knows, Amma says, all the dark arts.
The deep and now not so deep state. It's just back to Francoism. It's so sad.
What about Carlos Puigdemont? How's he doing? Have you got contact with him?
Yes, I am in touch with him. He's already been. His new order of arrest is already out. He's already under, his case is already open in Belgium under the Brussels justice. His case will be seen by this court and the European Court of Justice, because he's an elected MEP. And Spain has been blocking him from taking his seat at the European Parliament, and there is a very important discussion about whether he can take his seat as an MEP, which that's another unacceptable thing, that the European Parliament is just accepting that Spain blocks things. They should not accept it. They are elected MEPs, and every day that goes on without them sitting in their seats is a day that more than 2 million people are not represented.